Hello, Adrian here. Today I wanted to show you some sample cards of the Rykerian Swarm faction. To begin with an interesting fact. Well, what Civil Station can do was placed on the first card I designed for this game. I don't mention this because of the fact that it's just a curiosity, but it also shows how game is evolving into something better over time. Shortcomings get fixed, drawings get better. Even card description itself, over the months, has turned into a simpler description to digest. The situation was slightly different with the solar satellite. In a sense, it should be named differently, well, because solar refers only to our star. Just like calling any natural satellite a moon. And here there was a question in my mind. Do I want to set myself up for realism or fun? I say this because I once wanted to make a game more in the style of an RTS, where the player would be limited to a few actions. Of course, I chose fun, which is why I turn a blind eye to such naming. And well, what's the deal with this card because I'm getting all worked up? Well, the matter concerns, among other things, it's but also similar cards that generate the obtaining of more cards at beginning of turn. At first it was to draw one card from deck as in any game, while each headquarters had an additional skill. That skill was to select card from the support deck. It was so chaotic that I don't even want to explain it. In short, in the earlier mechanics solar satellite card was decent. In the new mechanics it became overpower. This led to the fact that sometimes a player drew 6 cards per turn. That's how you didn't hear yourself. 6 cards. Madness. Next we have the Mobile Miner 4 unit. This is probably the second card I designed. Here is probably the best place to see a comparison as to how my game has changed. Drawing has a border, so unit stands out from its background. Power number and card type are not written in bold thick font. Card's frame is more vivid, I mean the color scheme. A mistake I still made is that the card description must always be readable. While just here it is written in bold, I didn't like the fact that the description in brackets is also in bold. Why do I want to explain such nonsense? Well, this text should be thin. If everything was written in the same font, it will be harder for players to focus on the priority. Text in brackets is a reminder of what keyword does. And this kind of information is only important for people who are starting game. Player will read it 2 maybe 5 times. I know that future cards can have the reminder deleted. But existing cards will get hurt by it. And that's why, after removing the bold text, the description became impossible to read, mainly due to the lack of a single background. It wasn't as tragic as in old TCG type games. But it annoyed me nonetheless. Apropos of the space for the description, aesthetics there have been increased. Color of the logo has been changed to color of faction instead of transparent black. It just looks nice and pleases the eye. Oh yeah, and there's still a relic from the past left, which is how much energy a unit will give. Something along the lines of magic power in Duel Masters. How good that I gave it up, my game gained originality. You see, if it weren't for this, there would be no economy cards. And the Space Engineer would be a simple unit that gives an extra card. With another card it should be faster. I guess. Well, a small detail. Unit has a power and it would seem that this is enough. But see, this plus points to something. Well, its function is to remind player that this unit can get more power than base power shows. Keyword of Fog of War, I don't know how much the description will be changed, but here it is probably preserved the greatest compression of text that has ever been in card games. These 3 words contain 4 lines of text. Imagine how much space can be saved for future, more complicated cards. Here, in turn, it is worth showing player that there are alternatives. As long as the card deals 300 damage to land units. It is a possibility that it will deal much more damage. Just have to be patient and reward will be greater. By the way, probably the best drawing improvement I've done. I love how the orbital station shoots at the planet. Finally, something that was before the call help from fraction cards were created. Some of the cards when I planned card rarity could have been 4 in number. Imagine the damage the Rykurians could do if they sent space units for free for several turns. These are just a few elements that have changed over the months. I will talk about others at another time. Thank you for taking your time. I would like to invite all of you who are interested to join the Discord group and to subscribe to TMY channel. See you later.